guys, it's Mark. So today I just want to make a quick video just saying stuff about like how people can be helped with their anxiety. I feel like people don't really talk about anxiety too much, or even the idea that you should be able to find a way to calm down and to ease anxiety. So this is just going to be some quick helpful tips that if you have anxiety, this is going to be really, hopefully, helpful to you. So I would suggest getting more sleep. I don't have a massive amount of anxiety, but I'm making this video because of general anxiety that people have, just in general. So I would say that if you want to get a more productive sort of mind frame, sleeping is really going to help you with that. And I know that might sound a little bit silly, but it can really help other people. I've known other people that can get a lot of help from sleep. Number 2 would be to get a good cleaner kind of diet. So I would suggest like maybe if you didn't eat so many heavy kind of foods that would make you sort of, like a lot of oil kind of foods, or like a lot of saturated fats, or just something that could help you, because what happens is that stuff just isn't, and I'm saying saturated fats because like all kinds of stuff are bad, but it's just if you're going to go out, if you're worried about getting acne, you might just want to cut off some of those types of foods that you might be eating, because that's just isn't very good for your body ever, and especially isn't good for your heart and yada yada. But I don't think I have to get too much into that, but it'll just give you less anxiety, so to say. So these tips are really just, if you ever feel like you have to go for a walk and you whether you feel like your dog might get out or whatever, just make sure that you keep him very safe before you go out, and make sure that it's not going to be something that's on your mind. These are tips really to just sort of not make you anxious when you're going away, like, hey, I'm gonna go and I hope I didn't leave my iron on, so just make sure that you don't leave your iron on, etc, etc. This has been a really great tip for me, is that you just sort of check things, and you might just want to write down a list. So a list would be of just things that you have to do before, not like every single time you leave the house. Let's say you're packing up and going somewhere, which is what I do a lot. You might have to pack up, go, and while you're going, you just have a list of things that you have to bring, because you might forget something, but even if you do it so many times, it's not going to be forgotten, but you might. And then you might be like, oh, I think I didn't bring that. And then while you're in like a cab or a bus or wherever that you're going, it's like, oh, I didn't think I got that. And you have to sort through just to see if it's not there, because you thought it was on the top of the bag, but it wasn't. Oh, well, I know, this is just perfect that you can just take it off and you're like, listen, if it's ticked off, I know that I did it, so there's nothing to worry about there. I'd say number 4, what are we on, number 5? I'm really bad at keeping up with these things that I make up. I don't even have any lists in front of me right now. Here comes my thing. I'd say that you might want to just buy yourself some nice clothes every now and then. Buy yourself some nice things to have every now and then. Don't make it so much like you can't have good things if you don't get, a certain thing done, or a certain thing done immensely good. Just always be there, and always just kind of, if you have to go out in the town, why don't you get yourself something? Why don't you have some fun out there? Just a little bit of something to make everything that seems so serious. Like you have to go out and you have to do something. That's great, but at the same time, you could have gone out, you could have gotten something that was really, beneficial for you to have done productive-wise. But you can also get something that's really nice for you to have, just for the sake of it. Okay, and my last one would have to be, don't forget to always, take time out for yourself. If you feel like that you need to go to bed a little bit earlier, you should do that. If you feel like you need to just go for a walk or whatever, that stuff is so great for you. Even if you feel like you're not being that productive, you can always remember that you're getting exercise. So that's like the main point of this tip again. It's like, hey, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like that the anxiety is going to get up with me, or any kind of pressure that you feel like, oh, I can't do that right now. Exercise is exercise, and exercise is great for you. Wherever you're doing it, just enjoy it, and bring music. Just enjoy doing whatever you're doing. And I would suggest that you might want to, I don't know, like you don't have to have a list, because I just remember everybody has memos on their phone. But while you're running or while you're walking, really, show any kind of place that you've never been to before. It could just be anywhere, and you could be coming up with new ideas in your head that can help you become more productive, like business ideas, even if you're into business and whatnot, or any kind of strategies. And you could have only conceived of that had you been outside walking, because your brain just sort of like, when I go walking, like my brain is just kind of like, it's like all this other stuff, but then like, it's kind of like a flat lake surface, but then all these other things come up to the surface, and it's kind of like, now I have other things to think about, etc, etc. So I suggest you do something like that. It's really, really helpful. It's really great, and I find it to be, I think it's great. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this video today. You should go check out this stuff down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that helps you with any kind of anxiety. Like, I don't know, I can just smile happier now, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.